thank you, everyone. And to let you know, I move a lot. And so I will be down there and up here, but I will at least start here. So first of all, I want to say thank you for the invitation to be here. And I've been here since Friday the 13th. And I'm going to tell you, I've met many of you, not all, but I am deeply honored to be here and to be in your presence. You are inspiring women that I am so richly blessed to know you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let me tell you what I believe Women on Fire are. Women on Fire are women of courage. And we have a destiny with greatness. And when I think of courageous women, here are some examples. And Cheryl, I didn't know you were a single mom. But I think of single moms. I think about how they get up early every single morning, take care of their children, make them breakfast, take them to school, and then go work a full-time job. And then they get up the next morning and they do it all over again.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think of devoted daughters who are caring for their elderly parents and who have a willingness to make the difficult healthcare decisions for them while honoring their parents' needs. I think of Allison Harvey, who has the capacity and the tenacity, and I chose those words specifically, to build a worldwide community, and whose heart and passion burns so brightly for the children of Haiti. Amen. Maya Angelou says this: courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Fulfillment of our dreams, the dream that was called for you to live, requires courageous action. Isn't that true? Courageous action. So what's a dream that you have for your life? What's a dream that puts a smile on your face? What's the dream that gets you excited? And what is the dream that you want more than anything else? So, dreams do come true. So I wanted to share with you a little bit of my dream. I was nervous writing my dream because my dream was personal. And my dream involved my husband, John. And yes, he gave me permission to share. John and I met in our mid-40s, and we actually met on a ballroom dance floor. And I was blessed that my husband, we love to dance. There's music, if you saw back there, we were already dancing when the music was going. But you see, my heart's dream was always to be a competitive ballroom dancer. Now that's shocking being a red, I know, but I didn't know if that was ever going to be in John's plans. 2 years ago, that dream came true.
Wow.
We competed in American Smooth, closed bronze division. We took first place. I am truly, Women on Fire.
Yeah.
I am truly blessed. You know what you just did when I asked you to multiply it by 10? It was scary. It was so far out of my comfort zone, I couldn't do it. But then there were 2 words. And the 2 words were, why not? So here's what I claim. John and I are world-class competitive ballroom dancers, competing in Blackpool, England, at the World Dance Championships in our 60s. We are 56 years young, and we are currently intentionally going after that dream. Our dreams are not just dreams. They serve a purpose. If we listen to our dreams, what do? They help ignite our highest potential. and help us move further along on our journey. So my background is in music. I'm a former music teacher, teaching music on an Indian reservation. And there was a dream. You ever had a dream gently tugging at you? I swatted that dream down. Kept coming after me. It was like life was tapping me on the shoulder and said, hey, you, pay attention. There is more for you to do. The dream was to start a prenatal music program for high-risk pregnant women. I started a program in New York State, working with young teenage mothers, rape victims, abused girls, women in prison. That experience was life-changing. It catapulted me onto a different direction in my life and onto a path that was calling me specifically by name. A new adventure began. I quit my job. I didn't tell anyone. Well, after I quit my job, I told my parents. I moved from Buffalo, New York to Atlanta, Georgia. I had no business plan. I had no idea of what I was going to do next. So this is what I did. I called the largest hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. And I said, hello, I'm Jan. May I speak to the music department? Can anyone imagine a response? Ladies and gentlemen, it was so quiet on the other end of the line, I could hear the click when they hung up the phone. What do you do when someone hangs up the phone on you? Someone once said, when faced with adversity, keep walking forward until adversity is forced to walk backwards. Developing a prenatal music program, and I'm looking at Brenda because it brought me back to myself. It brought me back to my wholeness and to my calling. So I started a prenatal music program. And that program continued to evolve and include other units in the hospital. And I was working on the oncology floor. And a patient's son walked up to me and said, I'd like to ask you a question. It was a question I've never been asked before. He said, when did you know you were a musical intuitive? I froze. I didn't know what to say because I had been denying that gift and making excuses my whole life. And in that moment, the veil had been removed. I knew that I was ready to step into what I had been called to do. Each one of us is going to leave a legacy. What will be your legacy? Howard Thurman says, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive and go do that. Because what the world needs is people. And I'll say it this way, what the world needs is women who have come alive. Women on Fire, we are messengers. We are messengers of hope, possibilities, and abundance. We have been ordained into greatness. Change something you care about. Touch one person. Make a difference to a handful. And make people your inspiration. Remember this, you are a shining light. You are an amazing gift to this world. So I'd like to invite you, if you would you all just reach out and just take each other's hands for a moment? Whoever you're sitting next to. And would you read this collectively with me? This is a poem called Beyond Your Brightest Star. Join me. Believe in you and who you are. Don't be afraid to see it through. Take the path found by so few. Always know you'll somehow make it. No matter how dark the night may seem, the light that shines from deep within will let you reach beyond your every dream. And with great celebration, join me in saying, we are WOF.